Listen to more at Relationship Stories.
Jennifer had been eagerly looking forward to meeting her husband's parents, hoping to form a warm and welcoming connection with them. However, as the day of their meeting arrived and she found herself in their presence, she couldn't shake the feeling that something was amiss. From the moment Jennifer and her husband walked into his parents' home, she sensed an atmosphere of tension and unease. His parents' greetings felt somewhat forced, lacking the warmth and enthusiasm she had expected. It was clear that their initial impression of Jennifer had left them less than impressed. Throughout the visit, Jennifer tried her best to engage in conversation, asking about their interests, sharing anecdotes, and attempting to find common ground. Despite her efforts, her husband's parents seemed distant and uninterested, offering polite but minimal responses. As the day progressed, Jennifer couldn't help but feel disheartened and self-conscious. She had hoped to make a positive impression on her husband's parents, but it seemed as though they were not warming up to her. The atmosphere at the gathering grew increasingly awkward, with uncomfortable silences punctuating their interactions. After the visit, Jennifer and her husband had a candid conversation about the strained meeting with his parents. He acknowledged that their behavior had been unusual and disappointing, and he was just as puzzled as Jennifer about their lack of warmth. Jennifer's visit to her husband's parents took a shocking and distressing turn when they made hurtful and disrespectful comments. As they sat around the table, sipping tea, the atmosphere had grown increasingly tense, and it became apparent that their initial reservations had transformed into outright hostility. In a deeply hurtful and offensive moment, her husband's parents confronted Jennifer, telling her that she was not a suitable match for their son. Their words were laced with disdain and disapproval, causing Jennifer to feel a profound sense of humiliation and pain. To make matters worse, in an act of extreme disrespect, one of her husband's parents poured tea onto her, as if to symbolize their rejection of her presence and their contempt for her. Jennifer was left shocked and stunned, her emotions ranging from embarrassment to anger. Her husband, witnessing the appalling behavior of his parents, was caught in a difficult position, torn between his loyalty to Jennifer and his relationship with his family. He immediately intervened, expressing his deep disappointment in their actions and demanding an apology for the unjust treatment of his wife. Jennifer's husband's parents, confronted by their son's outrage and sense of responsibility, were forced to confront the gravity of their actions. In the aftermath of the incident, they realized the extent of the pain and damage they had caused. After a period of reflection and apologies, Jennifer's husband's parents acknowledged the inappropriateness of their behavior and expressed a genuine desire to repair their relationship with Jennifer. They understood the hurt they had inflicted and were committed to making amends. In the days and weeks that followed, Jennifer and her husband's parents engaged in a process of reconciliation. They participated in open and honest conversations, where they discussed their differences and worked toward mutual understanding and respect. It was a challenging journey, marked by emotional turmoil, but it ultimately led to a more harmonious relationship. Jennifer's painful encounter with her husband's parents, marked by hurtful comments and a disrespectful act, left a lasting impact on her. The shock of the incident had deeply wounded her, and the emotional scars ran deep. In the aftermath, she made a difficult decision. She chose to distance herself from her husband's parents. The once anticipated visits to her husband's parents' home came to an abrupt halt. Jennifer no longer felt comfortable in their presence, and the emotional turmoil caused by their hurtful behavior had created a divide that seemed insurmountable. Her husband, witnessing the toll that the incident had taken on Jennifer, fully supported her decision. He recognized the importance of prioritizing his wife's well-being and emotional health, even if it meant maintaining a certain distance from his own parents. Jennifer's choice to stop visiting her husband's parents was a protective measure, a way for her to heal and find solace away from the painful memories of that shocking encounter. It was a decision made out of self-preservation and a desire to shield herself from further emotional harm. Over time, Jennifer and her husband worked together to navigate the complexities of their family dynamics. They found ways to nurture their own relationship while establishing healthy boundaries with his parents. It was a challenging journey, marked by moments of sadness and disappointment, but it ultimately allowed Jennifer to prioritize her own well-being and emotional recovery. In a surprising turn of events, Jennifer's husband's parents recognized the gravity of their hurtful actions and the strain it had placed on their relationship with their son and his wife. Filled with remorse and a desire for reconciliation, they took the initiative to visit their son and Jennifer. The atmosphere was tense as they entered their son's home, acutely aware of the pain they had caused. With heartfelt sincerity, they extended a sincere apology, acknowledging the inappropriateness of their behavior and the hurt it had inflicted on Jennifer. Their apology was accompanied by a genuine commitment to make amends and rebuild the relationship with their son and daughter-in-law. They expressed a deep desire to move forward in a more positive and respectful manner, recognizing the importance of family bonds and unity. Jennifer, though initially hesitant, saw the sincerity in her husband's parents' words and actions. She recognized the potential for healing and believed in the possibility of a more harmonious relationship with them. With caution and a willingness to forgive, she accepted their apology. Her husband, caught in the middle of the conflict between his wife and parents, felt a sense of relief and gratitude. He longed for a resolution that would allow him to maintain a meaningful relationship with both his wife and his family of origin. The discovery that Jennifer's engagement ring had gone missing and the shocking revelation that her husband's parents were responsible for its theft plunged the family into a new crisis. It was a distressing turn of events that threatened to further strain their already fragile relationship. Jennifer had noticed the ring was missing from its usual place in the bathroom, and after a thorough search, it became evident that it had been stolen. The emotional toll of this incident weighed heavily on Jennifer, as the ring held immense sentimental value and was a symbol of her love and commitment. When confronted about the missing ring, her husband's parents initially denied any knowledge or involvement. However, as evidence began to surface and suspicions grew, they were eventually forced to admit their wrongdoing. It was a painful and shocking revelation for Jennifer and her husband. The theft of the engagement ring deepened the rift between Jennifer and her husband's parents, and it strained their attempts at reconciliation. Jennifer was understandably devastated by the loss of the cherished ring and felt a profound sense of betrayal by the people she had hoped to rebuild a relationship with. Her husband, caught in the middle once again, was left grappling with conflicting emotions of anger, disappointment, and a sense of responsibility. He was faced with the difficult task of confronting his parents about their actions and the impact it had on his marriage. Jennifer's husband's parents, realizing the gravity of their actions and the damage it had caused, expressed remorse and guilt. They acknowledged their wrongdoing and offered to return the stolen ring, but the emotional damage had already been done. In the aftermath of this incident, the family faced yet another challenge in their journey toward reconciliation. The theft of the engagement ring was a painful reminder of the complexities of family dynamics and the enduring consequences of hurtful actions. The theft of Jennifer's cherished engagement ring and the ongoing strain in her relationship with her husband's parents had taken a toll on their lives. It became increasingly clear that in order to find a sense of peace and distance themselves from the painful memories, they needed a fresh start. After much contemplation and discussion, Jennifer and her husband made the difficult decision to relocate to another city. It was a significant move, driven by their desire to create a new chapter in their lives and to distance themselves from the turmoil that had marred their relationship with his parents. The process of moving to a new city was both challenging and liberating. It allowed Jennifer and her husband to leave behind the emotional baggage of the past, including the theft of the engagement ring and the hurtful incidents involving his parents. They sought a clean slate where they could rebuild their lives and strengthen their bond as a couple. The new city provided them with opportunities for personal growth and a chance to create a supportive and loving environment for themselves. They were determined to nurture their relationship, free from the influences of past conflicts and family drama. While the decision to move came with its share of challenges, including adapting to a new environment and building a social network, Jennifer and her husband were united in their pursuit of a happier and more harmonious life together. They were committed to moving forward, hand in hand, and leaving the pain of the past behind them. Their story was a testament to the resilience of love and the willingness to make difficult choices in order to prioritize their own well-being and happiness. By starting anew in a different city, Jennifer and her husband embarked on a journey of healing and self-discovery, leaving behind the shadows of their past and embracing the hope of a brighter future.